Monkeypox is spreading at an alarming rate in countries that usually do not report this disease. This represents a major shift in the virus's behavior and may signal bigger things to come. Health authorities are baffled by this sudden outbreak, which was both unpredicted and unexpected. Most of the cases in the current outbreak occur among men who have sex with men and who have no history of travel to endemic areas. This, however, should not give the rest of the population a false sense of security and lead to the dismissal of the importance of this epic event. What follows is a discussion on why we need to take this seriously. Monkeypox virus belongs to the genus orthopoxvirus, which includes viruses such as the variola or smallpox virus, the cowpox virus, and the vaccinia virus. The monkeypox virus is endemic in countries in West and Central Africa and was first discovered in 1958 in monkeys in a research facility. Scientists believe small rodents are the natural reservoirs of this virus. The virus causes a disease that is similar to smallpox but milder and presents with symptoms such as fever, malaise, headaches, body aches, swelling of the lymph nodes, and rash, and can be fatal in up to 11% of cases depending on the strain of virus. In the past, most human infections resulted from people coming into contact with the blood and body fluids or the skin and feces of infected animals, either captured as pets or butchered for food. Human-to-human transmission occurred through contact with infected bodily fluids, for example, blood or saliva and respiratory droplets, or the crusts or secretions from the rash. But this most frequently occurred among household members of patients who had active disease. Spread of the disease usually takes place through respiratory secretions or direct contact with infected persons or indirect contact with their bedding or clothes. Infection rates are highest among people who are younger than 40 to 50 years and who had not received the smallpox vaccine, as the smallpox vaccine also protects against monkeypox. The smallpox vaccine was discontinued around the world beginning in the early 1970s, and smallpox was officially declared eradicated in 1980. So that today, the younger population of the world lacks immunity to smallpox and hence immunity to monkeypox. The recent outbreaks in countries where the virus is not endemic signals a change in the behavior of the virus or in the immunology of the hosts, or a combination of both. It is still too early to say, but some experts believe that we are now witnessing increased transmission through sexual contact. Transmission through breaks in the skin and breaks in the mucosa is not new to this group of viruses, but this pattern of transmission has not been reported before. This modification in the pattern of transmission of the virus may result from mutations in the virus or from the emergence of new strains. The danger is that as the virus infects more and more people, it becomes better adapted to its human host and becomes more infectious and virulent. We have witnessed other adaptations similar to this in other viruses in the past. For example, the smallpox virus may have mutated into a more infectious virus during the mid-18th century, leading to a dramatic increase in the number of deaths among infants and children in 18th century London. In 2009, we saw a novel H1N1 influenza virus jump from pigs to humans on a farm in Mexico, and over the subsequent years become more efficient at infecting its human host, so that today this H1N1 PDM09 virus continues to circulate as a seasonal influenza virus, causing infections, hospitalizations, and deaths worldwide every year. The monkeypox virus is much less likely to acquire mutations because of its large, relatively stable, double-stranded DNA structure. However, it carries more genetic material that makes it easier for it to adapt to new environments. The past patterns of evolution of zoonotic viruses, that is, viruses that jump from animals to people and that adapt and become more efficient at infecting their human hosts, should serve as a warning regarding this monkeypox outbreak. This, coupled with the general lack of immunity in the world's younger population since the discontinuation of smallpox vaccination, suggests that in the future we should see a continuous rise in the number of cases as the virus infects more people and becomes better adapted to a susceptible human population. The monkeypox virus, however, is unlikely to cause a large pandemic like the one we witnessed with COVID-19. These events may not translate into more severe disease as we saw with the Omicron variant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, but could mean increased transmission rates in the future. Disease severity may or may not increase in the future depending on the mutations that occur in the virus, but we shall know the answer to this question only with the passing of time. However, all is not lost because we are fortunate enough to have two vaccines and drugs such as cidofovir and brincidofovir and tecovirimat, which can be used to treat monkeypox disease. Vaccina immune globulin can also be used to treat this infection. In conclusion, this change in the pattern of behavior of the monkeypox virus is a worrying development that may herald the onset of a new era in orthopoxvirus diseases. This development should not be ignored, but rather should serve as a warning and drive investment and research into the biology and epidemiology of the monkeypox virus and funding for educational programs to increase awareness and safe practices to prevent a full-blown public health crisis in the future. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are on this matter, so leave your comments in the space below. And support this channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Until we meet again, stay healthy and stay safe. Thanks for watching.